Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage of the Epic Racing Association, AMP, Grading and Excavating, Pavement, a late model stock car series, South Boston. A fantastic little bull ring we have been to numerous times. An older racing surface, an older racing venue, as a matter of fact. Nonetheless, always puts on a good show. A lot of fun for the drivers. We have got 14 of them checked in tonight. Barbara, I have you for 6. Hello, Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill, I haven't forgotten you. I promise. I am just trying to make this a worthwhile order because all the artwork is good. All the artwork is approved. All the artwork fix. Ooh. I am really tongue-tied tonight. I hope that don't happen during the race. But all the artwork fits its specified locations, and it is going to look just fine when they're all done. Kind of hoping we get another winner or two so that we can make this a, kind of a multi-shipping deal here. Like we can send it to more than one person. But if that doesn't happen in the next week or so, I'm just going to go ahead and order because I think we only got 2 races left in this season, so as soon as that's done, I'm going to go ahead and get it ordered. No matter what. Who knows? I may get myself one. I have that kind of power around here. It's funny. But I haven't forgotten about you, and I will get your cup to you. Right now, the 2 Connors are atop the speed chart. Then Rutherford, Town, Dillon, Vinny. All the way back down to Mr. Westendorf. We are waiting for Mr. Jeff Werdeman to cut a lap. I don't know if he's going to or not. Time's running out pretty quickly here. Thursday night is still up in the air. Don't know what we're going to do, but Friday and Saturday for sure. Doubleheader both nights. The Hillbilly High Banks General Tires Winter National is going to be going off. 4 different cars. 2 different shows each night. It'll be 2 cars on Friday, 2 on Saturday. And all of that will be live right here. Here's a pile of them. Eldred, Eddie. I think that's Sean McLaughlin out in front of that bunch in the black and orange car. Looks like a 77 on the side of it. Guys going to be getting ready for qualifying. Over and under, you got to get it in. You got to get it in before the pace car rolls off in the feature. Pick the number of cautions you think they'll have here this evening, and you're going to win you a prize. Like I was telling Mr. Vinny, I am going to get those. I'm hoping we have more than one. But we're going to get those as quickly as we can. So make sure you get your over-under in. Type it in your chat. I don't care where you're at. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Get it in. Let us know what you think. If you're the winner, then we'll have you reach out to us here at the Dirt Racing Network on Facebook, and we'll get the information so we can get your prize to you. Right now, I got 2. Only 2 choices, but the driver's getting ready to roll out for qualifying. Andrew Rutherford going to be the first one of them to actually make it out. He and Bob Eldred. Eldred may be further around the track. Maybe not. It looks like it will be Rutherford to set the bar for us. Caleb Dyer. Caleb Dyer on 8. We've got you down for your 8, sir. We missed it by 1 last time. Mindy was on the number, and then they caught that late race caution. And no one had, I want to say it was 4. Don't know where the paperwork went that we were writing all that down on, but it's laying here on the desk somewhere. We did some spring cleaning, and we straightened up a whole lot of things. Some things got filed away. Right now, Rutherford, 15:56. He is the quickest. Dylan and Joey. And I figured out what he's doing. It's every week, so I figured it out. We'll watch Dylan Connor here. He's already second quick on his first lap. Actually, just about dead even. Hello, Jane. He did not go quicker. In fact, he just barely went slower. He went 1/100th slower. So let's find out where Joey Connor is as he streaks by on his first lap. No time for the 90 car. Oh, there we go. Jane is on 5. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Already gone. And Joey Connor. No time for Connor. Don't know what he did, but whatever he did, his qualifying times not counting. We'll go watch Sean McLaughlin as he's about to wrap up qualifying. His timer not counting either. I'm not sure what these guys must be tapping the wall or something right at the start-finish line. That is about the only way you would lose both laps, if you tap the fence within about 4 car lengths of the start-finish line, because it would catch you if you did it before for the lap that you were on, but it wouldn't start your next lap because you would cross the start-finish line before it could reset. So that is about the only way I can think of that you, unless you went out with a black flag, you sped in the pits or something, and you just went onto the track with a black flag. That might be the only 2 ways that make any kind of sense at all of why these guys, because we got 5 drivers, no time. I get why Brandon Zachary would have no time. He is a non-qualifier, but Joey Connor didn't get time. Sean McLaughlin, no time. Marvin Turnmeyer, no time. Jeff Werdeman, no time. 6 already taken, Bill. Please pick a different number, sir. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all chosen. I almost just wrote you in for 9 because you always choose 9 or you go crazy and you do like 17.
Laughing. All right, guys. There's been issues with qualifying. There's a couple of cars that got black flags, so qualifying is what it is. And I'm still dealing with some computer issues. So hopefully I am sharing the screen. Hopefully it looks like it's working here. Double check with the chaos. Rutherford, Connor, Town, Dylan, Vinny, Eddie, and Eldridge. All right, so that's our top 7 for our JD Motorsports Lucky 7 redraw 3 times. There it is once. There it is twice. 3rd time on the pole would be the 88 of Eddie, to the outside to be the 11 of Vinny. Row 2, Eldred and Town. Row 3, D. Connor and Dylan. And row 4, Rutherford. Marv, why don't you handle driver's meeting? Because I still got a few things I'm trying to dial in so I can.
All right, guys, we got out of the channel. They're done doing that. They're talking about driver's meeting stuff. So officially, after the Lucky 7 redraw, Eddie and Vinny will make up the front row. Eldred and Town in row 2. Boy, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just stack the front of the field with 7 cars that any of the drivers could go to victory lane, and let's just let them duke it out here for 60 laps. I'm sure we're going to see one heck of a race tonight, especially with all those guys up front. I would like to see a couple of those guys start a little further back and see how far forward they can. Kind of like to see the 91 and the 2 car take the back row challenge and try to drive all the way to the front. Since they're just separated by about 7 or 8 points in the standings right now, that actually might make this even more exciting as we come down to the end of the season. But you heard them talking about qualifying. I don't understand all of the protocols for their qualifying, but I know that they watch it and scrutinize it, and they are not worried about handing out some black flags during the qualifying session or just completely disallowing drivers to qualify. So maybe that is why 4 of the 5 that didn't score time. They broke a rule last week or even the week before in qualifying, and they're just now getting their penance for that. Anyway, we're ready for a great race. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. South Boston, we have seen some really good races here. I know we've been here with the Midwest guys. I know we've been here a couple of times with these guys. I can't recall having a bad race here yet. I think it's always getting pretty exciting towards the end. This place is one lane. You got to get to the bottom. There is no middle. There is no top. You got to get to the bottom. But if you get too far to the bottom, that transition to that apron is so severe that it will just flip a car around on you in a really big hurry. We're going to see some guys that use it late on the exit, especially in turn 4. 1 and 2, not so much, because it's just a very drastic change in the elevation of the track versus the apron, and it really de-wedges the car pretty quick. So, should be going slow. I got a little sniffle today. Apparently, they're blowing some dust around here. I don't know. I don't want to call it chemtrails, but it's some kind of stuff that is just getting picked up and blown around, and my nose just cannot take it. Allergy meds feel like they're not even working. All right, let's get ready to watch a few of these guys with their warm-ups here. We're still waiting on over-unders. We have got 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are off the board. Get your number in. Number of cautions you think these drivers will have tonight in the 60-lap feature race. If you hit the number, you win a prize. We'll tell you how to get your prize. Who's out in front of this thing? Rutherford and Pete Dillon. So, little pit party action. They're all sitting here waiting. They'll roll off, and then down here in turns 3 and 4, I'm sure they're going to cut them loose. Trying to get these guys acclimated to being in traffic and simulating a start for this race so we don't have a calamity and take half a dozen cars out. Lap 1, turn 2. They may just let them get started down here on the backstretch, too. Over-unders, still waiting for some over-unders, guys. You have time. You have until that pace car rolls off to take the field on its first parade lap for the feature race. Pretty good start for everybody, it looks like. I think a couple of these guys wanted to get up on the outside and see if that outside line will work. I think it does a little on cold tires, but I'm telling you, it don't stay there for long. You want to get down there in the bottom third of the track real quick. Mr. Town is trying to make a liar out of me here, but I think once his tires heat up a little, Matt Eddy will be able to squirrel his way right on by. You can see that Westendorf is able to keep pace up there with Zachary. There was Matt Eddy checking out that apron on the exit of 4, like I told you. Drivers may try to do that late in the corner on the exits, especially down here in turn 4. Let that car roll and set and cut down right there. Yeah, it's a little over rotation for me. I don't want my rear end hanging out that far when I'm trying to put the power down. Oh, big wiggle out of the 92 right there, Westendorf. This track is an old racing surface. A lot of the grip is gone. That's why you want to get down on the bottom. Pete Dillon seeing what he can do. You're going to be able to fight from the top. I think it just is a matter of time, and it may take 5, 7, 8 laps before you can clear somebody trying to make a pass. You can see Pete Dillon's doing that. It'll take him 3, 4, 5 laps here once you're alongside, because the car on the outside can fight. It's just really hard to initiate a pass from that upper line. This will be the lap number 3. Dillon got to the inside 3 laps ago, and he is still even. Has not cleared Rutherford just yet. Can't let the car drift up in the center of the corner, rotate, and then point it off the exit. And that makes your ability to clear somebody. It took him 4 laps to get that done. And I think if the 70 doesn't slip a little right there, it probably doesn't get done. Now that was interesting that the 70 rolled it all the way down in there, let it get back up on the banking, and he was able to pull alongside again after the crossover. And we may see a lot of that now. There's how you finish a pass right there. You're going to have to run the guy on the high side wide, get his right rear up there in the marbles, let him pick up some of that junk. And then he has a decision to make. Does he want to chance it and try to put the power down like Pete Dillon did right there with all of that garbage on his tires? Or does he want to just relinquish the spot, clean the tires off for a lap or two, and then come back at you? All right, warm-up session is over. You've only got about 60 seconds to get your over-under in if you're going to get one in. And then we are going to go racing. All right, we are going to read it the way it's supposed to be. Row number 1, we will have the 88 of Matt Eddy. Next to him will be the 11 of Adam Vinny. Your second row on the inside, the 13, Bob Eldred. And on his outside, multi-time winner in the series, Jeffrey Town. Dylan Connor, the 91, the inside of row 3, next to Pete Dillon in the 7, and then the 70 of Andrew Rutherford in row number 4, next to Andrew Perry in the 33. Westendorf, the 92. Joey Connor in the 90, making up row 5. Row 6, Marvin Turnmeyer in the 16 inside, 77 of Sean McLaughlin outside. And our final 2 starters, the 119 of Brandon Zachary inside and the 81 of Jeff Werdeman on the outside of that back row. Bears, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to go ahead and give you the number 7 because it was mine, and I'm good with that. And I'll tell you what, I am going to move myself on to number 4. So 4 through 9 have been taken. Okay. Quickly get all of those things out of the way. I forgot to ask, did I win last time, Beards? Did I win the stuff? I don't remember. All right, green flag about to come out. We're going to get rid of the pace truck any moment. There he goes. They're in that start zone at that double cone right there. And a good start from Matt Eddy, a real good start. And Eldred had a pretty fair start. He's trying to get alongside Vinny. Take that spot. Cold tires, maybe a little early to push the issue. Adam Vinny will have a little bit of an advantage up there momentarily. He is going to clear and get into second. Jeff Town is going to try to use the high line as well. He pulls alongside of Eldred for third. They'll stay door to door. Eddie and Vinny are 1-2 in their single file. Battle for third is side by side. Fifth is single file, and then 6-7 side by side. And then it's pretty much single file the rest of the way through the field. So we're already working lap 4. I think now it's becoming just a matter of time, and Eldred will probably prevail here. Unless he is just being super cautious and taking it easy on his tires. And I think Jeff Town is going to clear him right there. I did not expect for that to happen. And maybe Eldred's trying to be very cautious. Race very smart right here. And keep the tires on the 13 for a late race charge. So Eddie out front, Vinny second. Town is third, Eldred, Dylan Connor, the 91, the current points leader, won last week, took over that points lead. He runs fifth, and Rutherford is sixth, Dylan seventh, Joey Connor is now eighth. McLaughlin's up 3 spots into he's up 3 spots and dead sideways off of turn number 4, but he's still in ninth. Westendorf, Turnmeyer, Zachary, Perry, and Werdeman all the way at the back. And Andrew Perry started 5th, and he is back to the 8th spot already. Nine laps in the books. Single file, looks like a conveyor belt around the track. We're going to look right here because I thought Turnmeyer was about to make a move on Westendorf. He peeked out, coming out of 4 to the inside. Did not push the issue at all, did not try to beat him down into turn 1. He may try to get him out of turn number 4. And he'll get to the inside. That may be exactly what Turnmeyer needed, was for the 92 to get out of shape coming out of 4. He was probably looking in the mirror a little bit when he got off the line on the exit, trying to close that door back up. Turnmeyer. No, not this time. Little squirrely getting out of 2 and couldn't get the rear bumper in front. Now gets it clear. That time Brandon Zachary got out of shape and almost clipped the inside fence. He'll lose a spot to Andrew Perry, and he may give up another one on the outside to Werdeman if he doesn't get it back under control. This is the back of the field. We're watching this racing. And now Zachary will get the 119 back in line. And Werdeman, cautious, careful. That was a choice. He rolled off the throttle and let the 119 get back down in front of him and keep it going. We're all good, buddy. We are all good. Matt Eddy has led since we dropped the green flag. We're about to complete lap number 16. We are just past 25% already. Now Eddie using that apron on the entrance to the corner to try to rotate the car a little earlier. Get it set. Here comes Jeff Town. Town has cleared Eldred. Slowly but surely crept in on the back bumper of the 11 of Adam Vinny. Vinny had to pick up the pace. He's going after the 88. He can see that 2 car getting bigger and bigger in the mirror. We'll be a third of the way through this thing in 2 laps. This is going by quickly tonight. Adam Vinny stalking. He can see the 2 car in the rear view. He's looking for the weak link in the 88's stranglehold on this race. And Matt Eddy has really been flawless the whole time. 20 laps in the book, 1/3 of the way already. Bob Eldred now has joined the back of the party. We'll go on board the helmet cam of Bob Eldred. Nice little wide entry, nice cut down. Pretty shallow and straight on the exit. That'll keep the right rear tire from getting super angry. And it'll keep the right front from getting beat up too much unless that wide entry is a little bit of an overdrive into the corner. And then that right front is going to balloon out, and pretty soon that 13 car is not going to have any grip anywhere. His lap times mirror in the front. 96, 97, 98. 93 for Dylan Connor, but he's not going anywhere. So our top 6 in a nice little single file line. 7th and 8th, not far behind, a couple of tenths. Let's go see. Caution, Marvin Turnmeyer. For the first time, we'll see the yellow. He's up wide. He's going to get in the marbles, pick up some stuff on that right rear. Yeah, that's That is typically what you're going to see when you get that far out. You can see all them marbles up there. You get them on the tire. That tire is not even making contact, and we are still parking them up on the front stretch. So caution number 1. Now everybody clear. Turnmeyer to the pits. Sean McLaughlin is in the pits, and so is Jeff Ward. They may be just getting tires. And Cleveland, I think Werdeman has a little right front damage. Let's see if we can see. Get a little closer to him here with the camera, we hope. Yeah, a little bit of right front. And that was coming around after Turnmeyer kind of looped the car. Werdeman didn't quite miss him on that inside right there, and they touch on the right front. No damage on the 92 car that I can see. But we'll keep everybody pacing around here. The driver's trying to get out of the pits, join the field. Eddie, Vinny, Town, Eldred, Connor, then Rutherford, Dillon, Joey Connor in 9th, and Andrew Perry 10th. Brandon Zachary, Sean McLaughlin, Josh Westendorf. We're still waiting for the 16 and the 81 to make their way out. But we're doubled up. It looks like we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Werdeman and Turnmeyer, neither one out on the racetrack right now. Somebody just expired. But they were sitting there revving it up pretty good. I think that's Marvin Turnmeyer. That may have been a little frustration. And he grenades the motor. Restart. We're down the backstretch side by side. Adam Vinny going for the lead off the top side of turn number 4. We got a new leader for the first time today. The 11 of Adam Vinny surges out to the point. Matt Eddy going to fall back to second. He's got Eldred peeking on the outside, and he's got a car right up his back end. The 2 of Jeff Town, and now Town with a little slip out of 4, and he may have to battle hard to keep 3rd place. Tires got a chance to cool off. 3-4 laps, you're going to be able to do a few things. After that, man, you want to be down on that bottom side and not have to worry about track position. Matt Eddy with a slip out of 2 that lets Vinny get away and closes the side-by-side battle up on the back bumper right there. They're going to stay side-by-side. That's a good battle for the 3rd spot. This is about 6 laps in after the restart, and these guys are still side by side for 3rd. Town had a small advantage momentarily. Still side by side for the 3rd position. Vinny out front. Eddie is 2nd. That time by at the line. Eldred was 3rd, but Town just keeps getting right back to him. He just can't get clear, and Eldred can't get clear from the top line. Rutherford is in front of Dillon Connor. Then Pete Dillon and Sean McLaughlin with a run up through the field. Went in there, got them fresh feel goods, and he's making some moves. Got down to the side of Dillon. They're going to run side by side down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. So a couple of side by side battles going on in the top 10 right here. McLaughlin clears Pete Dillon. Now he's looking at the back bumper of the 91. Dillon Connor. A little touch on the left rear. Get the 91 just a tiny bit out of shape. He'll pull alongside. That's going to be a battle for the 6th spot right there. They make contact again. Connor's on a little older tires than McLaughlin. McLaughlin went to the pits during the caution. Oh, now contact, and McLaughlin's going to be the one that loses it.
All right, man.
And caution coming out. We saw that start to happen right here. McLaughlin, a little drift up. Connor was trying to get his little cut down line that he likes to go, and little tap in the door, and that will end that battle. It'll move McLaughlin to the back. So we'll have a restart with 23 to go. Make it 22 to go. Now on the last restart, and that's caution number 2, by the way. On the last restart, car on the outside, which was Adam Vinny, was able to pull ahead on the cooler tires. Now, they didn't have as many laps on them, but a heat cycle for the tires does give them a little feel good for a couple of laps. He parlayed that straight to the lead. Matt Eddy may have to try to do the same. Andrew Perry is rolling the 33 out of pit road, and he's going to beat the pace truck. Vinny, Eddie, Eldred, Town, and Rutherford are the top 5. Dylan Connor, Pete Dillon, Josh Westendorf, and Brandon Zachary, the top 10. McLaughlin is 11th, and Joey Connor in the 12th spot. We just saw the 33 of Andrew Perry. He is going back. All right, doubling them up. It is time to go back to green flag racing. 22 laps remaining. This one's going by quick. Adam Vinny did pick the outside line here.
Green flag, green flag.
I think Matt Eddy's going to be able to snooker him on this restart. Eddie got a lot better start on the inside than Vinny did on the high side. Advantage Eddie by half a car at the line. We're going to come around. It's going to be 20 to go. Side by side for the first 3 rows, the top 6. Adam Vinny around off the top side. Contact from Matt Eddy. This is a parking lot down the backstretch.
Caution is out.
Oh, let's see. The drone cam is online today. Slightest bit of contact. Nobody's got room to check up. Oh, 91 car upside down. That will not bode well in the championship picture. And I know for certain that is going to shake some things up. You can see the damage on the nose of the 11. Let's go find the 88. He is bent. Well, I don't know. There's not much straight on that car. Whole left side. All across the right front. Looks like the toe out is pushed out to the right on that car. Looks like maybe he's cambered out too. Left rear corner is mashed in. The right-hand door might be the only straight part in the roof on that whole car. That'll shake things up, that's for sure. And what it's going to do is it's going to put Jeffrey Town at the front of this field with Joey Connor right behind, then Brandon Zachary, Josh Westendorf, Bob Eldred, Andrew Perry, Adam Vinny 7th, and Sean McLaughlin in that 8th spot. Everybody else off track right now. We'll see where they are when they come out of the pits after whatever repairs are able to be made. And I'm looking right now at the 2 car. And he's got left front damage.
All right, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green
So caution session extended. A little bit of damage on that left front corner. The 90 car looks like maybe there's a separation between the nose cover and the hood. Like maybe he got a little piece and it got pushed down a tiny bit. 119 damage. 92 car maybe no damage at all. So it's getting interesting. And the 11 car is still on pit road. Matt Eddy came back out. He will start 8th on this restart. There's still 19 laps remaining. And we have worked our third caution. So we'll start getting into the numbers when we get our next one.
Green, green, green.
Jeff Town. Pretty good restart for the 2 car. Out of the top of turn 2. Not gonna. Now he clears. Now he can bring it down to the bottom, and he doesn't do it. He leaves the door open. That's a mistake, but the 92 is going to go around off the nose of another car. I don't know who that was, but it might have been the 33. And I was dead wrong. It was off the right front corner of the 119 car. Everybody else able to take evasive action and miss. So we have made it to caution number 4. I'm not sure if we're done with the cautions yet or not, folks. Town, Joey Connor. So it's Jeff Town, Joey Connor, Andrew Perry, Bob Aldred, Sean McLaughlin, Dylan Connor, Josh Westendorf, the top 7. Everybody else back to pit road. Guys still trying to get cars fixed. And Mindy, you hadn't missed a thing, but as soon as you got here, calamity started. I'm not going to point fingers or anything. Let's just call that a really big coincidence. What do the rest of you think? Somebody that maybe knows Mindy, does she just bring calamity with her wherever she goes? Is that SOP? I don't know. We're still got 18 laps left in this thing when we get the restart. I think we're about to do it right here. It looks like everybody's getting doubled up. Jeff Town picked the outside once again. I'm not sure what that is, Mindy. It didn't show up in my chat. I'm hoping that it's comical. I am just joking. Please don't hold it against me. I like to enjoy myself when I'm doing this. We're on the restart, and Town is going to get out of shape. That may do it. Okay, let's not do that for sure. Joey Connor now to the point with 17 to go. Town to second. Andrew Perry. Oh, and as soon as I talk about him, he loses the right rear of the car, pounds the inside wall. No caution. He keeps it facing forward. But Bob Aldred is going to get there. Here comes something. It's McLaughlin and Connor. More contact between those two. If I said I was surprised, I'd be lying if they don't give each other an inch of room. Already had contact early in the race. McLaughlin paid the price for it. And now he surges ahead and takes the spot away, put him up to 4th. Westendorf is right there. He got turned a couple of cautions ago, and now he'll fall into the 6th spot. Pete Dillon 7th. Adam Vinny back on track in 8th, and Matt Eddy's 9th. Andrew Rutherford 10th. No other cars on the track after Perry took his to the pits when he was going for 3rd and lost the car. But out front, 13 laps remaining, and Joey Connor has the lead, and he's clear by about 15 car lengths. It's a half a second right now. The lap times are within about a tenth and a half of the fastest laps of the race, and we're this far in. We're going to be 48 laps complete right here. Lap car right in front. That's the 88 of Matt Eddy. Andrew Rutherford. And he is off track as well. We're watching as Matt Eddy is going to be the lap car, and he is just going to shut it down, take it off through the backstretch pits. Stay out of the way because the 2 car now started to close in. Under 10 to go. Let's go back a little further. 13, 77, 91, and 92. Eldred, McLaughlin, Connor, and Westendorf. They were a little tighter pack when I looked at them about 2 laps ago. And Dylan Connor starting to do Dylan Connor type things. Enter just a tiny bit wider, get the cut down right in the middle of the corner, and start to get the drive up off the exit, especially turn 2. He waits, lets that car sit down. Now you can see he closes up. Just not able to get close enough to put the fender to the inside. Joey Connor starting to ease away again. He's opened it back up to almost 7/10 of a second. Wave lap this time. It's 5 to go. Eldred, pressure from McLaughlin, and here comes our next caution.
Okay, caution is out. Caution is out.
That's going to put us on 5 at lap 55. And that puts Jane on the hot seat. So off the nose, we'll go back. We'll take a look at it. Left a little bit of room there, and McLaughlin just got a little closer than I think he wanted to. 360 and the 13 will keep going, but it was enough to trigger the yellow. And we're going to get another restart late in this one with Joey Connor and Jeff Town off the front row. McLaughlin and Dylan Connor will be in row 2. Westendorf will be 5th, Vinny, and then Bob Eldred. Sean McLaughlin tucked in behind him 7th. We'll still have 4 laps remaining. Short shootout. And the light should go off this time. So the 2 Connors, nose to tail. Jeff Town up there in the 2nd spot on the outside, and then Westendorf will be behind him in 4th. Adam Vinny 5th. Bob Eldred 6th as we get ready for the restart.
Green, green, green.
Fairly even. I think Connor may have a little advantage getting out of 2 right here. The other Connor is going to try to use the open door policy and get in there as well. And Jeff Town sandwiched between. This time he'll clear and he'll have room to get to the bottom with 3 to go. Now can he go on the attack, or does he have to watch the mirror and defend against the 91? Those 2 are in a heated points championship battle tonight, and I think it's only one more race left in this series, and it's only separated by single digits. Both have a couple to 3 wins on the season. Both have several podiums. But right now we're coming to the white flag, and the other Connor is out in front tonight, the 90 of Joey Connor. Going to see White Laundry first. Can he save it all the way around? He's opening it up. He just got another car length right there. Joey Connor's going to go to victory lane at South Boston. Town second. Connor is third. Dylan Connor, that is. And then Eldred and McLaughlin 4 and 5. Vinny 6th, Dylan 7th, Westendorf 8th, Eddie in 9th, Rutherford was 10th, Perry 11th, Zachary 12th, Werdeman 13th, and Turnmeyer in 14th. We'll go down here. Let's see if we can get a good angle. I don't know. Maybe flag stand. Maybe the fan cam. Maybe something. We got to find a good one here. There we go. This is pretty good. We'll try to talk to these guys from here. I think you know what, we get the rando. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to go way back here, and we're going to grab the driver of the 92 car. Josh Westendorf, you there, buddy?
Yeah, Roger, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. You get to play the rando driver of the race tonight. You finish in 8th. You were up towards the front there. We saw a couple of, let's just call them oopses. Maybe not your fault. Maybe your fault. We don't know. We don't judge. We just call them like we see them. But you had a pretty tough night tonight, and you're still going to come home with a top 10 finish.
Yeah, I'm happy with the top 10. The car wasn't that good. I was struggling all night long. Thought I had a couple chances. I thought I'd agree with you, but I was told otherwise, so I'm going to go back and check that out. But, I'll take it. These guys are good. I'm just trying to deal what I can get and try to take advantage when I can get there up front. Tough race. It was fun, though.
This is a tough little track, and everybody's going to kind of fight for some real estate. We saw the top work a little bit for just a short period of time. For different drivers, I guess it just really, never materialized much for you.
Yeah, the top was there a couple times for me. I felt like it had some speed. You just couldn't pull the pass off. The bottom was able to hold you up. If you tried to hold them down, you had a little bit of a chance, but you had to be very quick, very jump on the gun on it. And it was very, very loose coming off the corners when being on the top side up there. And you had to worry about the car down low coming up. And it was a tight racing.
Well, awesome run, man. Shout-outs, thank yous before we let you head out.
Just shout out to Jeff and Marv for everybody. You doing the broadcasting, thank you so much. And then just T137, Sad Panda Award, and all the other guys that helped sponsor this thing, bring it on the show on. That, and thanks for the wife for letting me do it.
All right, man. We will look forward to seeing you back next week. Thanks for chatting with us this week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Josh Westendorf, our rando driver of the race. And now let's talk to a guy. We're used to talking to this guy at the end of one of these. Tonight, he's going to be on the third step of the podium, but still a podium and still right there in contention for the points title. Dylan Connor. Kind of a tough night.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just thankful to be here talking to you in third. I honestly thought I seen the championship slip away when I ended up on my roof on the back stretch. Had to get it towed and sit there and wait, but I was able to get back out there and calm myself down and just take my time. And even with only 20 laps, I just knew I ain't gonna do nothing but hurt myself if I overstep and get myself in a bad position. So just stayed calm and was able to get myself back up to third and able to keep myself right there in the championship battle.
Well, what do we got? One race left, and it's going to be super tight going into that final race. What are you going to have to do to fend that number 2 car off?
Yeah, it's going to be super tight. Honestly, I don't know how it's stacked out right now. If I had to guess, it's probably only 1 or 2 points. But yeah, it's just I'm gonna have to go out there and run my race. I can't, you can't go into the race thinking about points. That's where you get messed up at. So I just have to go in there and run my race and try to chase the checkered, and that's gonna be the number one thing.
All right, man, some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you go start getting ready for next week to see if you can defend that title.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I want to thank you for being up in the booth for us. I want to thank Marv and Jeff for everything they do for the league. I want to thank the league sponsors, A&P Grading, Gunslinger Whiskey. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Per Year Race Parts, and also the sponsor of the race tonight, my sponsor, Caldwell Banker Elite with Chris and Alan Per Year. A huge shout out to them, and all my family and friends and fiance for supporting me. And shout out to my dad, too. That was a great run by him.
All right, man, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back in here next week. Try to pick up that championship.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That is the driver of the 91, Dylan Connor. He finishes in third. And now let's talk to the nemesis, the guy that led the points coming into last week, now sits second in the points. He finishes in front of the driver that he's challenging. He's trying to take the title away. And Jeff Town, you were up there, and the restarts just were not your friend.
Yeah, lacking tires there at the end. I was kind of wondering who was going to come up there with some fresher tires. I was just kind of hanging on. I'm glad I was able to reel off a second.
Yeah, and it looked like, pretty good battles. You got snookered a little bit once. And then the second time, man, I thought you were going to get there real quick, and then the 90 just kind of scooched away from you, and you had to battle just to hang on to second.
I was definitely hanging on to finish second for sure. It was tough. It got slick. The track was real slick, so I was actually negotiating at some point going in there and getting tires to try to come back, but it was so hard to pass. I just figured position-wise, I would just stay out there.
Well, I'm guesstimating a little bit here because I haven't looked. I imagine they're not updated just yet, but the points are going to be down to just a very slim handful coming into next week. You're trying to wrestle the title away from the current champ. What's it going to take? What are you going to have to do to make sure that you secure not letting him repeat?
It's gonna take a lot. I mean, I've been trying to be consistent the whole season this far, and I've been consistent, just not qualifying hasn't been top tiers thus far, and I mean, finishes, I can't really complain. I think I have mostly seconds.
3 or 4 wins too, right?
Like 3 wins, and then a couple of bad nights. I had a 6th and I think a 4th. So I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. Dylan's fast. It's actually it's been a lot of fun racing with the 2 Connors. I mean, they're great competition. They're clean. When I get on this stuff, I love practicing with good quality drivers, so it's been a pleasure to race with those guys. It's been a great season, so we'll see how it plays out next week. Best of luck to him, and we'll see what happens.
All right, man, give me a couple shout-outs before we let you get out of here tonight, and you can start getting ready to try to come and take that title next week.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for this whole season. You guys have been great putting the broadcast on. I got to thank Marvin and Jeff for putting this league on. They do a heck of a job. All the racers involved in this league, sim racing's, it is what it is, and it's a lot of fun when you get a good group of guys, and this group of guys has made it a lot of fun, so I got to thank all of them.
All right, man, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can do in here next week.
Thank you.
That is the 2 car. Jeff Town, he finishes in second, and he is second in the points. And I guarantee you he is going to put up a heck of a fight next week and try to get that title wrestled away from Dylan Connor. But now we're going to move on to the other Connor. He's going to pick up the win at South Boston. Fresh tires, I think, maybe was the difference, Joey Connor.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the fresh tires helped for sure, definitely. But we didn't have a slow race car. For some reason in qualifying, I got a black flag, but I ran a 55, which would have put me on the pole. So we didn't have a slow car. And being as we had to start at the back, I just tried to sit back there and save some tires and come in and get some when I needed them, when I thought it was the right time. And well, it just worked out, with that big wreck. We were able to drive right by it. If it hadn't been for that, I don't think we would have got up there where we did. It was just, so hard to pass and so slick.
Well, hard charger, 9 spots improved. Fastest lap of the race. And you get the win. Maybe the 90 car needs to go through the tech line. I'm not sure.
That's okay. We can go through the tech line. I'll take it. I just feel blessed to have a win after the season I've had.
Yeah, it has been kind of an up and down, but it's fun watching guys that aren't always up there on the podium, on the top of the podium, especially winning, come up and pick up wins. And I'm sure with that last restart, probably just a tiny bit nervous, but didn't look like you held anything back. You just drove away from these guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, you get a chance to cool the tires down right there. It's going to go. I knew Jeff was going to go for 2 or 3 laps there. And I had to go all – that was all I had right there, just trying to outrun him. He's a good competitor, man, super clean guy, fun to race with. I knew he'd race me clean. I would hope that he knew I would race him clean. And it all worked out. Luckily, we got the win.
All right, man, we'll throw them shout-outs and them thank yous out there, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Oh, man, first off, I got to thank good Lord above, Jesus Christ, and I got to thank you, man, for all you do for us. Jeff and Marvin, they put in a lot of work with this league and do a really, really great job with it. I got to thank Chris and Alan Pereira and Pereira Race Parts, Stacy Pereira. If you need parts for your race cars, please look him up. And Chris and Alan Pereira, man, they have just supported us so much. They're really great guys, and just really want to thank them a lot.
All right, man, congrats on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you close out the season next week, and I don't know, maybe you can go back-to-back to close things out.
It'd be great. I just hope we can finish off strong, and maybe that'll give us a little bit of momentum going into next season, I hope.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and go celebrate real hard, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Joey Connor picking up the win here tonight at South Boston. Well, the points battle is going to be tight. I don't know. I haven't seen it updated yet. So I know it was really slim coming in. And with that reversal, second and third, it's going to tighten up. How much? I'm not sure. When we come in next week, we'll try to have the points before we start so that we can have a real good idea of who needs to finish where and what needs to happen to see if Dylan Connor repeats or if Jeff Town can snatch that title away in the final race. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Do not forget, check with us on Thursday. We're not sure if we're going to have a show 100% or not. If we do, it's either going to be the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series or it could be a call from Racers Elite. We don't know. We're going to try to do something. But Friday and Saturday night, we will definitely be here, 8 Eastern, both nights. 2 shows back-to-back. So make sure you come in and say hi for that. You never know. There could be some prizes. I am looking for the sponsors on that thing. I have not gotten any kind of data sheets yet to know what's going to be up for the fans. But I do know that the promoter always tries to do something for the fans. So make sure you tune in. Tonight's winner, well, Jane, you're going to get something. I don't know. It might be a shirt. It might just be a cup. It might be a whole box of stuff. You never know. But what we might do is go ahead and order those cups now that we know we got 2 winners, and we may get a third next week. So congratulations to you. Again, thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing like we saw again here tonight, there's nothing for us to cover. So high fives and pats on the back all the way around for all of that. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody. You got to keep the rough side facing down at all times.